Up the wing, but not out. Phillips tucks it down low, gets it back for a one-timer, and a blocker save made by Carrier. Mata chips it out. Walter couldn't walk three. Here comes Mata. Mata across the line. Goes to the back end, chopped off his stick. Rebound comes out to Jens Richards. His shot goes wide. Off the dasher, played down by Vermont. Walter turns. Walter keeps it in and sends the hard around. Near side for Joel Mata. Mata took a bump from behind. Dug the puck out, popped it free. Glove down by Walter, but he's got to chase it out to center. Walter makes one nifty move to get onside from the point. A shot, and that goes just wide of Comesso. Bergmanis from the point through traffic. That's a kick save, and then pinballed back in off the skate of LeMay through center. Chips to the near side. Sinclair, a shot save made. Rebounds loose, side of the net. And Comesso is able to put a glove on it and get a whistle. BU with a 1-0 lead with 14:32 left to play here in the first period. Good action as LeMay. Nice saucer pass to the near side, and a good job by Sinclair to put that one time. Trying to kick the puck free, able to turn on the back end. Makes a nice move. Lombardi leaves it for Leahy. Sharp angle shot and a glove save by Comesso. Carter long ahead to Isaac Walter. Walter to the right wing side. Keeps it, stops on the back end, flips it to the point, taken there by Goetz. Goetz into the high slot area. Mata is able to take and turn in the left wing corner. Mata leaves it for Walter. Walter sent out in front. Richards was there, but just couldn't get a stick on it. Walter turns and fires. That's blocked by McCarthy. Shot by Mata. Save made by Comesso. And the puck is cleared by the Terriers. Mata right back in. Tried to lay it off for Jens Richards, who would have been 2-on-1. Never got through to its target. Back to the point now, where it could be taken by Hutson. Hutson stops at the blue line, straight away, fan on the shot, keeps it on the back end along the blue line. Now checks and just drops it down the wall, where it's intercepted by Leahy. Quick outlet now for Walter. Walter's at the end of a shift, so he'll send it in deep. 11:15 left to play in the first. Boston University with a 1-0 lead, each team with 5 shots on goal. After a dominant first 90 seconds in a goal, Catamounts have really stemmed the tide a bit and evened off this game as Sinclair takes and works it out to center for Dawson Good. Good will just chip and chase, trying to work his way around Copeland. He's into the end wall, 3 aside battle as Leahy spins, fires, save made by Comesso. And it's cleared out, and a chance. Here's his glove down out of the zone by Vermont. Lombardi tried to chip it through, instead taken over by BU. Hutson up ahead onto the stick now. Zabané. Zabané in. Spins one out in front. Comes all the way back for a shot by McCarthy and a save. Up to O'Brien. O'Brien turned by Leahy, but works it out of the zone. Tuch gets the stick up high with Goetz. Puck stayed on the blue line, and the Catamounts can clear it out to center. Hutson. Stop and start move by Hutson. He turns back and waits for his mates to change. Tuch taps to McCarthy. Not enough, though. Leahy stepped in front and took it away. Kaplan back the other way. Mata, high slot. Mata waits. Backdoor pass had Walter, and Walter just couldn't get it onto the stick. Catamounts again turning good defense into good offense there as this one's chipped the length of the ice. Blocker to side. Carrier couldn't slow it up. Tuch sent it behind the net. Leaves it there now for the crisscross by O'Brien. Work back to the point for a shot, and that's blocked off the high wall. Dawson Good with help from Goetz to center. Good will just flip it in. Tuch can take behind the net with 4:05 left to play here in the first. Sent the length of the ice. Stucker Stellish opposes him in white. Zabané wins it. Back to the point for Hutson. Hutson with a backhander along the blue line. Left it there for Peterson. Puck comes free to the Catamounts, but they can't clear. Armstrong trying to knock it down. 3 Crimson sweaters giving support in the right wing corner. Bergmanis gave it up and a whistle. Comesso works it up the wall where he taken by Tuch. Tuch goes around Stucker, braces for the hit. Stucker just reaches in and pokes it away. Robbie Stucker gave it up though. O'Brien looking to center it. Instead works it back to the point. We also get a stick on it. Didn't get clean. Out to John Copeland, who sent it back in. Falling down was Tuch. Along the wall, Lombardi trying to whack at it. Taken away by O'Brien. Back to the point, Hutson. Hutson, cross ice pass for a one-timer. Carrier got a piece of it. Lombardi whacking at it in the corner. Ryan Green centers it out in front. Hutson tees it up, and it's blockered aside by Carrier. BU again with a good forecheck and a good cycle here as Phillips behind the net. Stops and puts it on the forehand. Half wall for O'Brien. Cross ice pass. Save made by Carrier, sliding across to stop the pinching John Copeland. At the point, Hutson. Cross ice pass for a one-timer. Sliding stop by Stucker, who got in front of that drive by Cam Stevens. Catamounts desperately need a clear. Boston University cycling to the point for Hutson. Had it go off his skates and out. Catamounts catch a break, but not much of one as Hutson's right back in. Backhand pass for a one-timer that goes wide. Stevens got another good piece of that one. Left wing side, out of the zone and out of the reach of Tuch. Line change. So now Hutson. Kick plate, nice back check with the stick by the ice in the final 15 seconds of the power play. BU racing ahead. Hutson on side, right wing side for Green. Catamounts send it right back out. McCarthy for Tuch. Out of the box is Tornquist. 5 aside hockey. McCarthy straight away missed it high and wide. Hutson circling. Drops it back. McCarthy. Hutson here. Spins away. Throws it toward the net. Save made by Carrier, and he's able to. But a bit of a wobbly puck. Denies that. And now Tuch forward. Tuch. Shot blocked aside by Carrier. Follow-up shot goes off the outside of the net. Centering pass, that's blocked by the defense as O'Brien was lurking in the slot area. Hutson at the point. Hutson stop and start move on Boyalski. Throws it through traffic. Bounces off a body as Tuch was setting the screen. May have hit him in the shoulder and went wide. Lane Hutson at center. Defenseman for this BU team. Taps ahead now for Green. Ryan Green. Drop pass. Tuch. A shot save made by Carrier. And Gabe is able to. McCarthy sends it in deep. O'Brien taps it for Tuch. Tuch with Lombardi on him. Massimo Lombardi stays with Tuch. Centering pass save made. Rebound bounce loose. And a good clear out by Leahy, as he was able to keep O'Brien out of the crease. Jacques Bucco drops on the other end. Lombardi couldn't play it. BU sends it out of the zone. McCarthy dropped it down the right and drops it on back to no one in particular. Lane Hutson will be the first to it, out in front of Comiso. Long pass ahead for Brown. Brown keeps the puck. Peels onto the forehand. Comes to the left. Hassled there by Stucker. Stucker's able to take it off his stick. Got held up, no call. Skoog across the line. Across the line, Green sent it into the middle. O'Brien had it knocked off his stick. Centering pass, they score! Luke Tuch hammers one home on the pass from O'Brien. And Boston University takes a 2-1 lead. Just another good, strong forecheck, and the Catamounts lose a man, Tuch. And Tuch's able to rifle it home. Tuch's 8th goal of the year, 17th point. And his 20th career goal for Luke Tuch. So BU gets a late goal. Here's Ryan Green. Green crisscrosses, leaves the puck. Hutson down low, cross ice pass off a body out in front, and they are not going to score. It's a slashing call. Referee came over and pointed, thought maybe he was pointing at the goal. No icing, and play continues. 6 minutes deep into this third period, Boston University's tallied twice to take a 4-2 lead. Hutson. Long stretch pass. And it'll be icing. Hutson. Goes through O'Brien. This will be icing once again. Wait, with time and space, fires a shot. I don't think that got through onto Comiso. And back out the other way comes Hutson. Hutson leaned on by Stucker. He goes through that contact, looks for the wraparound, keeps the puck, curls all the way to the high slot area. Now from the right point, ducks down. Stop-start move for Hutson. Hutson backhands it down the wall. Stevens for a shot that's deflected and then over the blocker of Gabe. Time due to injuries, playing just his 25th game of the year, but his 107th in the Catamount green and gold. Played a lot of defense last year for this Catamount team that was depleted by forward position. On the left wing of that fourth line with Thomas Sinclair and Dawson Good and Finn Evans, depending on how they're rotating. And for LeMay, his 9th career goal. Catamounts are now within one again. They've battled back from deficits of 1-0 and 2-1 to get the game tied for the Catamounts. One back to the point. Stucker's one-timer travels just wide. Tornquist pinches in. Bucco behind the net. Shifts to the forehand. Back to the point, Tornquist. Tornquist for Stucker. Stucker keeps, and then with just a shade over 7 minutes to play. Now down to the final 4.5. Catamounts trying to find an equalizer. Finn Evans has a goal in the game, sends it wide. What a terrific play by Hutson to knife that one out of the air as Richards was streaking up the left wing. Tuch throws a big hit in the corner. Tuch, one of the goal scorers for Boston University. O'Brien. Tuch sends it. Green's shot, that was fanned on. Chipped out of the zone by the Catamounts, and they'll just send it the length of the ice. And this will be icing. Out of the zone for McCarthy to leave for Hutson. Spitzer off on the forecheck. Hutson behind the net. Stops as Spitzer off, clears through. Catamounts have 2 in the zone. Yelush on the left wing here. Trying to set up on the forecheck. O'Brien takes the long pass ahead. Goetz bodying him up. Terrific defensive play by Eric Goetz. To the point, though, for McCarthy. McCarthy waits, has Yelush. Flips it over top of Yelush and sent it wide. Spitzer off to it. Turns back to the forehand. Finds Simon Yelush. Headman now for Zapernick, who turns back in. Catamounts finishing off a line change. Eric Goetz gave it up. O'Brien in. O'Brien on the tap. Backhander glove save by Carrier as he robs Skoog. Gets it in deep. Carrier stays in his net, trailing by 2. Finn Evans, centering pass. Had Sinclair. As Sinclair, Richards, and Evans out there right now causing a little chaos on the offensive end. Chipped down at the point. Catamounts will chase back through center. Hutson will take. 8 seconds left for BU. They just drop it back to McCarthy. McCarthy